Okie dokie. This reading is going to be for Pisces for the remainder of April. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have Pisces placements, this reading is for you as well. If you're just drawn to this reading for any particular reason, this reading will be for you as well. So I will be reading the overall energy for the remainder of April. Take it how it resonates. Gender is reversible. So for instance, if I say king, it can definitely vary. King energy can be female energy as well. Okay, you take the energies how you deem fit in your scenario, your life, your story. If this reading doesn't resonate for you, it can resonate in the near future, or you can check your other placements, or just stay in tune with the next reading for Pisces. So this is for Pisces. What should Pisces surrender to in the month of April? What should Pisces surrender to in the month of April? What should Pisces surrender to in the month of April, Spirit? Okay. So we have 3 cards here. Surrender to negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So I think all of us, have that ability to think negatively. And of course, when you're thinking negatively and you're moving into a place of being positive, you want to reaffirm yourself, empower yourself, bring up those vibrational thoughts so you can feel fully charged with whatever it is you're doing. If there's people around you who's injecting or putting or influencing your thoughts, then you want to extract those people from your life. You want to bring in a blossoming way of thinking, new ideas, new perspectives, and affirm yourself with new beliefs. Surrender to peace. So obviously surrendering to negative energy will give you the capability of surrendering to peace. You'll get a peace of mind because you'll see everything from a positive aspect here. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on stillness within your energy. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy the inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So, for anything that may be in an uproar around you, surrender to positive thinking. Think positively, Positivity will bring in a projection where your world will just seem seemingly better. Surrender to ego. When it comes to our ego, it can drive us to think in a poor way, right? It can interrupt our peace. Understanding that divine timing is always in place. A lot of times we are looking for our results to happen when we say it to happen, when we want them to happen. Want them to happen. Sometimes life just doesn't flow like that. So cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Okay? So, definitely. Surrender to negative thinking is very important. It's in alignment with all of those there. So let's just dive right in with Pisces here, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. This is for Pisces. Spirit guides come down for Pisces here. Archangels come down. Ancestors come down. God source come down. Ask for divination in the highest wisdom with unconditional love and guidance. Ask for the highest probability and grand suggestions. I see a success or a victory coming in for you, Pisces, for April. There's a breakdown that's happening here. The breakdown is because we have too much on our plate and we may be having a nervous breakdown or feel like we're on the brink of a nervous breakdown. You may be feeling burdened by family, perhaps. Maybe your family life is not all the way in alignment as what you want it to be, and there's some mental interruptions, some mental anguish coming in there. And quite frankly, that is breaking us down, trying to, yeah, because you have the Tower card here. It's for Pisces, yeah, Five of Swords. Yeah. So there's an argument that possibly happened with someone. You could have possibly had an argument with Taurus here, or you could have an argument maybe about political traditional beliefs, or maybe someone's not in alignment with your higher way of thinking. For some reason, I feel like we're elevating our thoughts here, and for some reason, as you elevate your thoughts, there's so many people that are not in tune with your new thoughts, new way of being. I also get here, you may be being frustrated because the more that you move towards positivity, the more people see you as your old self. This breakdown is not as easy as you thought it would be, especially in the beginning. Whenever you're going through a spiritual awakening, it's very lonely. It's very confusing, and you do move away from a lot of people. There's a lot of disruptions. You challenge yourself, and you wonder why these disruptions are coming in so much. When you're trying to be so positive. So I see us. So the breakdown that's coming in may be happening rather quickly here. There's a lot of major shifts coming in. There's a lot of major shifts coming into your life right now. Okay. The wheel is turning. Maybe we're coming up out a dark area here. There was a breakdown that happened, and we're harnessing the energies to get the wheel turning rather quickly. We're ready to be back in the light. We're ready to be back where we were before, and quite frankly, we know we can get there. There's an intuitive knowing that this new way of being, this new ascension here, that you have a new love for spiritual beliefs. Okay. And it has to do with you being okay always. It has to do with your success and happiness in life and what that looks to you. We're no longer wondering or caring about what others think, but in a way, the way we come off is like what others think is still interrupting our spiritual process right now. Yeah, we have the Tower, the Chariot. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius, Pisces here. Obviously, you're the Pisces. Aquarius could be involved. Capricorn, Taurus could be involved here. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy here. Libra, Aquarius energy here. So I definitely see us being mentally interrupted due to our spiritual awakening. And this breakdown is happening. We're confused by it. It's harder than what we think, because we're fighting for our spiritual beliefs. We're letting everyone know about it. But for some reason, it's creating more mental disruption than we actually want. So we want to kind of go in a place of retreat or rest. We want to be in a state where we don't feel so heartbroken over argument about your beliefs or a debate about your beliefs. Right now, we're just really trying to get to a point where success looks like for you as an individual. I don't feel like you're particularly alone. This could be someone that is alone. This could be a woman. This could be a Pisces woman or male who is trying to find out what success looks like to them without anybody. Because we are in quarantine, you could pretty much be by yourself and and that's what's igniting the spiritual awakening, because it's just like a new information has come to us of what happiness looks like for us. For some reason, we've been sitting with ourselves and we're trying to find out, we're trying to not convince ourselves, but we're moving in a place like, I am happy. I can be happy. I have this, I have that. I can be perfectly happy without humans around me, And we're really harnessing this energy for the month of April for sure. Let me clarify a few cards here, because I do want to just be clear here about what is going on with the Tower card. What's going on with the Tower card? Spirit, what's going on with the Tower card? What's going on with the Tower card for Pisces? Okay, what's going on for the Tower? So it looks like we were giving, we could have been giving way too much or putting way too much into someone here, or someone was breadcrumbing us, or we wasn't getting enough from someone. People keep asking and asking and asking and asking and acting as if they need you. I have Cancer's energy here because you probably could have been getting breadcrumbed by Cancer energy here, because I definitely have a heartbreak, some type of betrayal by maybe a Cancer. It could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Maybe you feel like something's not being reciprocated here when it comes to this heartbreak or breakdown. Clarify the Five of Swords. Clarify the Five of Swords, Spirit. Clarify the Five of Swords. I feel like even though we're having arguments with someone, that we may still feel a sense of liberation, even though it's causing us a headache. Maybe we still feel like we got our point across, but at the end of the day, it did cause a headache. Yep, looks like we're arguing maybe with a lover. You have the Wheel of Fortune again, but this time it's in reverse. So maybe we're not getting the results that we want at all with this argument. Like I said, even though, yes, and this is an argument with a lover, we're not getting the results that we want at all. Because we don't... Quite frankly, we got our point across, but we didn't get it across with the energy that we were wanting to. We weren't graceful with our words, okay? It seems like to get someone to understand where you were coming from, to get a higher perspective, to allow the person to see the higher perspective, you had to come in a direction, an aggressive direction that you just quite frankly didn't want. And quite frankly, you wanted to distribute that with way more love. We have the King of Pentacles here with the Nine of Cups. So it looks like, yeah, we are regrounding ourselves. I'm sorry, did I say King? Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is coming in quick but slower than the other knights. So he's coming in to create some change here, but he's being strategic about his change. This ascension, the spiritual awakening is happening, but it's happening slowly. But it is creating some type of wish fulfillment. Of course, we have the Nine of Pentacles, like I said, is creating like success here. This change is a slow change. It's happening, a micro change. So the micro change will actually end up to be macro changes, and that we're okay with. We're still wrapped up in our thoughts about everything that's going on with this ascension or spiritual awakening or being alone in the home, but we're coming more and more at peace with it, for sure. Clarify the Four of Swords. Clarify the Four of Swords in reverse here. Okay, so there was a death. So a way of, that you were thinking has ended. Maybe you found out that having some certain discussions with a particular person, could be a Scorpio, isn't worth it. The conversation is over. It's dead. There's no more conversation about that. You probably don't feel like having a conversation anymore with this particular person because, quite frankly, it interrupts your peace of mind. And that's exactly what we're trying to move through when it comes to success and what peace looks like for you. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, we are bringing in, you have the Four of Swords again. So it does look like we're bringing in a new way of thinking. We're going into retreat and trying to relax our thoughts and not think too heavily about a particular thing. We may be trying to come into an understanding that maybe this doesn't require so many thoughts. Maybe just letting it flow is what's best for us. I see that we are manifesting for sure. We're manifesting success. And being in line with spirit is actually helping out what you're manifesting here. Because I did see the Magician. The Magician can manifest all things with all elements of the universe here. We are manifesting a home, I see here. Okay, you may be working on something in silence or by yourself and getting wisdom about creating your home life for stability. I see your structure coming in here. You could be working on a love here. You have 2 4s, so that means that 444 may be significant to someone. But I do see there's a spiritual alignment maybe with yourself. Maybe you're getting connected with yourself, and not a maybe, that is a certainty that you're getting connected with yourself more and more every day. You're bringing offerings to yourself. You're giving yourself more stability, more structure. You're making life just beautiful for you. It's like these new thoughts, these new ideas are coming in. These new interests that you feel emotionally attached to are coming in and actually making you feel good. Okay? It's giving you the ability to build into a family. You have the 10 of Cups and King of Pentacles again here. I see that we have a new idea of what a family should look like. And that's at peace with oneself. So then you can give that energy off to the people and family around you. You can pass that down. But of course, with the 5 of Swords, you don't want to pass that down aggressively. You want to pass that down with grace and love. Clarify the High Priestess here. It looks like you moved away from your old thoughts and ideas, as I seen here in the Ascension card. Clarify the High Priestess. Clarify the High Priestess. Yes, I keep getting moving away cards here. You definitely moved away from your old ways of being. You have a Death card right above here. So there's a new thought that's coming in, and we intuitively know now what is best for us. We intuitively understand what the higher God source has for us now. We intuitively know it could be something happened when you turn 30, but we intuitively know what love or self-love looks like for us. This journey has been a trying one for you, but I do see that nonetheless you will be liberated. The information coming in the beginning is not fun. It's very disruptive. You start looking at people differently. Relationships start ending, but the work must still go. You have been planting your seeds to get to a place of high ascension, and you are experiencing that now, especially being in solitude. I see that victory coming in for you, where you're going to feel at peace, and then the minor interruptions are going to come in every now and again. 5 of Cups. Have strength on everything that has ended. I do see that we may have some regrets about things that have ended, situations, relationships, jobs, just anything that may have ended. We have regrets, but look at the cups that are still there. You still have so many different cups to drink from. So much high emotional energy still there. Okay, so focus on that energy. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. I see change coming in quick for you again. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Hangman. We felt stuck, like the wheel wasn't turning. This is definitely Pisces energy. We were in a state of mind where we felt so stuck. We were really stuck. The wheel wasn't turning. We were in a dark space. What do we do? There's a breakdown. We're trying to think of what we do. And all of a sudden, the light came in when we were in solitude. And we decided that self-love and ending relationships were the best thing to do. Because we were indecisive, there was a disillusionment here. Because you have both of these disillusionment cards right on top of the other. So we're thinking. We were thinking. We were still. There was a lot of inner emotions here about how to get this wheel turning. What did I do? What do I do? What did I do? Where do I go? We had a point of rest. You have the 2 of Swords also right next to the High Priestess card. There's a lot of moon energy here. The breakdown is happening. You are going through a spiritual awakening. And what you will do is find peace in a place and a comfortability that works for you as you cut off old relationships that don't feed you. You were left out in the cold, and now you're able to manifest things. There was an offering from someone, possibly Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I see you're bringing balance back into your life. And this is ultimately just a really great reading here, because it reminds me of my spiritual awakening when I was going through so many different things, getting new information. Relationships were ending. There were so many disruptions. People's beliefs were tied to me. And I started understanding that what one thinks of my journey is none of my fucking business. None of my goddamn business. People could think whatever the hell they want to think, and it's none of my business, because I'm going to continue to be great. I'm going to continue to learn lessons. I'm going to continue to be wise. Apply those lessons, hard lessons over time. Okay, knowledge. Coming back to do it right. Failing forward will always get you to success as long as you diligently, consistently, with discipline, work on all those micro wins. Will soon become macro wins, and you will have the success and abundance that you're looking for. You will acquire that, okay? Your journey is for you, Pisces, and keep at it. This is for love. What does the angels have to say for Pisces? For love, for April, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. This is Pisces for love for the remainder of April. What's going on with Pisces? What messages do we have for Pisces in love? It does look like here, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking, faith will bring your romance. Surrender to negative thinking. Okay, so we have thinking positive again. Maybe we could be thinking negative about our love life. Again, just ask yourself, have you done everything that you needed to do in your love life to keep it on an even balance? Especially with that Five of Swords that I see. There was some disruption with your love life, with different perspective. Understand when you have a different perspective, or someone has a different perspective, it does not mean war. It simply just means to respect one another's decisions and move, obviously nothing too crazy or wild, right? But when it comes to respecting someone's opinion, that's all you could do as an adult, and that has to do with maturity. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. So if you're looking for a lover, or you are single, or you feel like you need to call back into love that you currently have a relationship, but you want to call back into love. Maybe the love has died down. You have that ability. You're manifesting. And coming into wholeness with yourself will hopefully bring you in wholeness with your relationship. And maybe that's what we're trying to do. Bring our mate on board. Maybe we're looking at our mate in a new light because of ascension, and they're not quite there where you're at. But, everyone has their own time when they ascend. So just be patient with your partner. Love yourself first. Like I kept saying, self-love here. Okay? Self-love is a requirement, and then you hand off that baton to whoever it is that is around you that's open to change and self-love and understanding what that looks like, okay? Because we're manifesting. You have to love yourself, and then that vibrational energy will go off in the world, and then everybody else who's attuned to you will feel it. Additional messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, remainder of April. Spirit, come down. Love call, soulmate. So you have another soulmate card. So your soulmate will be calling you soon and seducing you. It looks like, it looks like we might not want to be seduced. Maybe that's not what we're looking for particularly. But there is a soulmate connection. So be aware of honest connections with people, and not people who are just looking for quick sex. Sex real quick. We actually want a real bond and connection. Someone's going to call you and express love to you, or text you, or reach out to you via social media, and they're going to tell you their feelings for you. Be careful to honor the energy how it is. A lot of people like talking about sex when it's not the time to talk about sex. I mean, you could talk about sex in a mature way, but a lot of people just tend to slide sex in for no apparent particular reason and ruin the chances or possibilities of true growth and what you're looking for. Okay, so what you've been doing hasn't worked. So try something new. Try having a conversation without sex, without being seduced, without having someone make you feel like you're just a sex toy or something. Or try not to make someone feel like that. Anyway, Pisces, this is your reading for the remainder of April. I hope it resonated. Reach out to me if you want your very own private reading. I'll be able to read into the energies a lot better with private reading, okay? Peace, peace.